terms of a business model. Yeah, I mean, you got to, hey, more money, more problems, though. But again, like it depends if you like those problems, right? Because as you get bigger, you got to put out fires. You got to solve problems more so than because the business is bringing in stuff, right? Like people are starting to know what BNA is, right? BNA wellness. But again, if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. Make sure you subscribe, like, share with friends and family, right? If you're new to the channel or even if you're coming back, I appreciate you joining us today. It is 12:30. Happy New Year, right? Saturday morning, right? Appreciate it, love. Perspective is everything. Yeah, and it depends how you grow up, right? Like, let's say you grew up in a household, like my dad's a teacher. And again, he's a teacher and he does his thing and he's a theorizer, right? And it's different. It's very different, right? So you have this one mentality or perspective, and then you might be stuck in it for a long time, right? And you never get out. So the thing is, depends what your perspective is. Like when we grew up, right, our generation, I mean, I'm 27. Our generation was, you were told you could do whatever you want, right? That's the most famous thing. You can do whatever you want, right? But then when you got to realize you got to make money, right? That's a whole different thing. So the thing is with, I'm a former classroom teacher myself. Yeah, hats off all to the good educators, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm an educator, but I'm also like, a personal trainer is an educator. It's just when your whole business relies upon you, right? Like if you're an educator, you can say the wrong stuff, right? And you might get depends what you say. Yes, treating them like a person versus a business, money pocket spot, people are becoming more aware. Well, look what's happening in the world, right? People do not trust people, right? We don't trust a lot of things about our society. We don't trust a lot of things, right? So that's why it's important that we do our own thing, right? People don't trust LA Fitness. They don't trust these type of spots. Why? Because they literally don't let you close out your account, and then they give you really crappy equipment. Educator does not just mean classroom. It's simply to teach, guide. Yeah, it's amazing. But people love doing that stuff, though, right? I mean, we got good people out here, the odds and evens. Appreciate you hopping in here. Yeah, I mean, it's very important. And educating, I mean, it could be, like accountants, right? Like accounting, oh, man, that's why, I don't know if you guys ever, but accounting's a whole different ballgame, right? And then learning what's tax deductible as a business, right? What you should write off as a business. What things do you need to survive as a business, right? Being a W-2 employee is very different from running your own shindig, right? And again, it's meant for certain people. It's not meant for certain people too. But again, you got to be willing to risk it for the biscuit, like how Love was saying, right? You got to be willing. Sometimes you won't make money. Sometimes you will not make any money for, days or weeks at a time. But then, God pulls through, right? God pulls through if you work hard and you get your stuff. But you got to make it happen too, right? You got to make it happen. I can't just stand in here and walk around, right? And just be like, oh, I hope someone comes in today, right? You got to be proactive, though. That's the thing. So like what I try to focus on is a lot of local stuff. But that's what I've thought for the past couple of years is only doing local stuff, right? And not doing this YouTube, right? Where it's international or national type of branding, right? And so that's something I've needed to change and grow upon. That's why I believe it's a gamble and taking chances. I don't know, man. Because let's say, I don't have that mentality that it's like a gamble. Because, this is, for example, I've worked in a couple different gyms. Yeah, you have to be inspired. Yeah, you got to be self-motivated and because sometimes, shit's going to happen, right? You're going to lose a couple people, but then you gain a couple people. And then, the positive, you might just even out at that point, right? Yeah, you have to enjoy what you do. I mean, the only way you're going to keep doing it every single day, right? You have to have a fire for it, right? You got to have a fire for it. And it could be whatever, If that fire is working for somebody, doing your thing, going home after, a certain time, right? Because this is a 24-hour thing. Think about that. Like, this does not stop when I leave, right? When I get off the channel, this does not stop.